How much do you have to spend to get a decent e-bike? This Mycle is £999 and it comes included with a lot. But is it any good to ride? To test the range and see how it rides, today I'll be riding my favourite route, the Bristol to Bath Railway Path, get some coffee at my favourite coffee place and then ride back. So it should give it a good test for the range because it says it has 50 kilometres of range. Of course, that's in perfect conditions, and this route I'm doing today is just over 40k, so let's see if it can make it. This bike is made by a company called Mycle. They specialize in e-scooters and e-bikes. This is their classic model of their e-bike. They have 3 different style e-bikes, and like I said earlier, it comes with a lot included, which is why the price impressed me so much. I've ridden other £1,000 e-bikes, but they're usually very basic, bare bones. So I was surprised that this one came with so much, so that's why I was curious as to how it rides. So what do I mean when it comes with a lot? Well, it comes with the fenders, it comes with the rack on the back, it comes with the rack on the front, it comes with the front light, which is integrated with the battery, it comes with a kickstand, and by fenders, sorry, I mean mud guards. When you get this bike, it's pretty much everything you need to get up and running to have a commuter bike and run around town bike. The classic model of the Mycle bike is a step-through frame with an upright position, which is a great way to ride around town. It has 5 assist levels for the electric assist, and like any e-bike in the UK, it maxes out at 15.5 miles an hour. So legally, the assist has to cut out at that point. On this particular bike, the battery is integrated in the seat post. That's why it's so chunky. And you have the option to either charge it while it's in the bike, or you can remove the seat post and, if you have a parking garage at work downstairs and you want to charge your battery while you're at work, you can carry your seat post upstairs with you. Now, you may be thinking, oh, what if someone steals my seat post while I'm shopping or something? Well, there is a lock, so you can lock that seat post down. Speaking of locks, this bike also comes included with a rear wheel lock, a good quality Arbus lock. Now, this isn't the only lock you're going to want to use with an e-bike. It's obviously worth a lot. But that is a really great feature to have because it secures the rear wheel, which contains the motor. So some of the advantages of a step-through frame are they're great for people who don't have a lot of flexibility and struggle to get their legs over top tubes. They're also really good for people who wear dresses and skirts because that top tube doesn't go well with dresses and skirts. And also the other thing is if you carry a child on the back on a child seat, it makes it easier to get on and off the bike without kicking your child. So three of the advantages to having a step-through frame. I'm really enjoying the upright position of this bike and the swept-back handlebars, very civilized. And the large tires are cushioning any rough surfaces really nicely. The wheels, interestingly enough, are 24-inch, so they're quite an in-between size. So it would be a good idea to have some inner tubes to hand because they're not necessarily the most common size wheel out there. So as I mentioned before, the Mycle e-bike has 5 levels of assist, and along with that it's using a 250 watt motor and a 7-speed Shimano group set. Now again, I was wondering how can you have Shimano quality gearing and all of that, and the battery is LG, by the way, and still have such a great price. There's got to be a compromise somewhere. And to be honest, this bike it's a pleasure to ride. I've ridden over 60 kilometers on it, in the city, on the bike path, out in the country. Today I've just been focusing on details and the range. So it is a pleasure to ride. It is a rear wheel motor, so you've got that little feeling of being pushed. But the assist is great. It's smooth ramp up. It's got enough power when you need it. Now what I end up doing is using the levels of assist. It kind of does deaden when you hit a hill. So I've been riding in level 2 and 3 on the flats. When I hit a hill, I up that assist depending on how steep the hill is. I find if it's a really steep hill, you do need number 5 because you want that oomph from the motor. So I'm still trying to find the compromise on this bike, to be honest with you. It's a great price. It's a great ride. It's fantastic for running around town. 50 kilometers is a good range. The brakes on this bike are mechanical disc brakes. They're not the more powerful hydraulic disc brakes, and they could be better. This is maybe the compromise. Mechanical disc brakes can be really good. My touring bike has them, and they are fantastic. These ones are a bit ho-hum. So I'm gonna ride back down the path home. The days are short now, so I've got to get a move on. We'll see what the range is like, and I'll give you my final thoughts. I made it back. The total distance I've traveled on that charge so far is 44 kilometers with about 170 meters of climbing, and I still have 2 bars of battery left. So I think 50 kilometers is a fair estimate of the range. Now, if you're a heavier rider, you will drain the battery faster than someone lighter like me. So just keep that in mind. But, 50 kilometers on a single charge is a fair estimate when you're comparing it to other bikes' ranges. So it has a great range. It's assembled here in the UK, and it includes a 1-year warranty for labour and parts, which you can extend to up to 2 years if you want to pay a bit extra. And I had somebody ask about how tall is this bike good for. They say from 5 feet, which definitely I would think is true. I'm 5'6", and Nathan rode it, he's 6 foot. Not sure much over 6 feet how you'd get on as far as how high the seat can raise up. They don't give a maximum height, but up to 6 feet, I think you'd be okay. And yeah, you can buy it on the Cycle to Work scheme even. I can't help but recommend this bike. I was so pleasantly surprised by the quality of it, the fact that nothing rattles on it. It was a fun ride. The assist ramp up is great. I would recommend this bike to my family and friends. It's such good value for money. So if you want to know more details, I've put the link in the description below for you. If you have any questions about it, let me know. As always, thanks for watching. Until the next video.